Lightsabers are the most iconic symbol of Star Wars. Used by the Jedi and the Sith to battle their foes in epic duels, the lightsaber was an elegant weapon for a more civilized age. For one to be effective in this kind of weapon, they must have trained in one of the 7 lightsaber combat forms. From aggressive, high-flying acrobatics to elegant fencing and everything in between, there was a lightsaber form that every saber wielder in the galaxy could excel at. Welcome to a new series where we explore the 7 different lightsaber forms. We'll talk a little bit about their history, their practical applications, and the Force philosophy behind each one. Welcome back to Starhammer. Form 1 Shii-Cho, also known as the Way of the Sarlacc, or the Determination form, was the first lightsaber form ever developed. When the Jedi began moving away from traditional metal blades and into energy weapons, a new style of combat was needed. Up to this point, lightsabers had been primarily ceremonial, but as technology progressed, so did the application of it. The general principles of traditional blade combat are still applied with lightsabers. However, as this was developed before the emergence of the Sith or other Dark Jedi, the nuance of lightsaber to lightsaber combat wasn't considered when developing Shii-Cho. However, this form essentially laid the groundwork for the more advanced forms that would come later, and up until Order 66 was the first introduction to lightsaber fighting that Jedi learners were taught. One of the most interesting things about Form 1 is that it was designed to disarm in combat as opposed to kill. Strikes would often be directed towards the opponent's weapon in an attempt to disable or disarm them, and keep with the traditional Jedi doctrine of the time of not taking a life unless absolutely necessary. Despite this, Shii-Cho was a highly emotional form, with practitioners like Fisto commenting that it was often a struggle to control the pull towards lethality in combat. Because of that, it took a great deal of discipline to use it to its intended effect. In the hands of a master, Shii-Cho could be used extremely efficiently. Fisto was one such master, utilizing Shii-Cho to the extent that it was described as like watching water flow over the falls. Jedi Blade Master Sindralig also perfected the form, and even Kenobi and Yoda incorporated elements of the technique into their own styles. But how can Shii-Cho work in the real world? The simplicity of Form 1 allowed it to be applied in a variety of situations. Fisto used it to great effect against Grievous and his multi-saber fighting style, and the form excelled at fighting multiple opponents at once, but could be easily bested by singular opponents, such as Palpatine or Asajj Ventress, who used more advanced forms. The utility of Shii-Cho couldn't be argued though, as it could be applied to just about every fighting style, from dual wielding to light whips. Without a master such as Fisto utilizing it, Form 1 was often seen as clumsy and reckless. While the form could be quite effective, a user of another form could easily counter its wide sweeps and simple blade work. Master Kenobi once cited the form as reckless and wild on its own, and Count Dooku described it as being extremely deliberate to a fault. Despite their criticisms, every Jedi was at least somewhat versed in Shii-Cho, and the form influenced fighting styles and practitioners for generations upon generations. As with most skills, building a solid foundation is the key to advancement, and that is exactly what Shii-Cho did for the evolution of lightsaber combat. That's all for this one, folks. Kind of a quick one. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next video on lightsaber forms, which will be on Form 2 Makashi, which is the form Count Dooku used. Tell me your thoughts on Form 1 Shii-Cho in the comments down below. Drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.